Hey guys, we're in eastern Montana today. We're at where?
Little Bighorn Monument.
Yes, so we're going to walk through there and see stuff. We were in western Montana earlier in the week. We did some waterfalls, did some hikes, and we were in search of
animals.
Yeah, so we'll see if we found any along the way. Let's get it going. Okay guys, one thing gotta say is this America the Beautiful Pass is phenomenal. I mean, if you're out here out west, I mean, you can get into anything. This one was supposed to be $25, getting this park free, Yellowstone, all those ones cost 80 bucks and you get in everything. But the one thing I wanted to ask and find out, we're here on the Indian reservations and stuff, and it's about Custer, his final battle. And I don't know, is he good or bad?
I've read different things.
What have you read?
Well, I've read that he was, big in the killing of the Indians and taking their land.
Yeah, that's why I say he's bad.
But then I also read that he actually was advocating for the Indians, and he was very fascinated with their lifestyle and everything. So I don't know.
And didn't he have a child?
Yeah, and apparently he did have a child with an Indian woman. So.
Yeah. So maybe.
But that doesn't always
he was just
mean...
doing his job.
Maybe.
And leading it, but we're gonna hopefully find out some more. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're getting ready to enter the National Cemetery. These gravestones here are for many that are in the armed forces. They did not fight the battle here, but this is their resting place. And there's so many. As it says,
they used this cemetery until 1978, and you've got soldiers, and it's for soldiers and their spouses from the Indian Wars, the Spanish-American War, World War I and II, Korean War, and the Vietnam War.
Okay, so this is what the landmark looks like. We're going to walk through today. Okay, Sarah, do you know what these gravestones are for? No? When you pass away and you go to heaven, they bury you and then they give you a headstone to remember you by. So family can always come out and visit you. Oh. Yeah, so you can always remember, whether it's grandparents, anyone, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, you can always come out to the graveyard and visit them. So any red gravestones that you see are Indian warriors. And this one here, a Cheyenne warrior, fell here on June 25th, 1876, while defending the Cheyenne way of life. Looking at these gravestones is the detail that they put into them. This is in 1891. I mean, look at this one over here. It's an infant son. Back in 1897. Just the detail is amazing. And there's one with a couple little kids that passed away right over here. Look at this one. The girls noticed something with all the little kids, and I don't know if anybody knows the reason. Please put it in the comments below. But if you look at the gravestone, they have a penny embedded into it, or it's on it. It's not embedded, but all the little kids have little pennies on them. So I don't know what that means. We go to another one here. See how they have that there? Hey guys, we're at Last Stand Hill. Almost to the day, 145 years ago. June 25th, 1876, right?
Yep.
They do reenactments. We missed it by one day. We didn't know about it. But here's where General Custer's men lie. And you see his gravestone, but his body's not here. His body's in New York. But they put that here.
Because his body used to be here.
Oh, it used to be, and they moved it.
Yep.
Here you go. So the battle lasted 2 days, not one, the 25th and 26th of June. There's some civilians on the bottom that died also in the aftermath. This side is all the soldiers. Probably can't see names and everything. Soldiers on this side too.
There was a retreat where the other dude was their second in command.
Here it is again, the Last Stand Hill where they found all the bodies and everything. And you see all the Indians all out in the fields here coming after them. So they have tour guides here that you can walk around. You can learn so much from them. And they also have, on your phone, you can download apps as you walk throughout the park, and it tells the history of what happened out here. And not sure if we can get close to some of the Indian burial stones. Yeah, there's two coming up here. But so there were the ones in red that they have. Here they come, the girls are all at it now. And all the memorials for the tribes that came together.
General Custers, but he said to the Cheyenne chief, I will never harm the Cheyennes above, I will never turn them down to the Cheyenne again. That was in 1869. The Cheyenne chief said, Stone Cold, that chief said, if you break your promise, you and your soldiers will go to dust like this. If you are acting treacherously toward us sometime, you and your whole command will be killed.
Crazy Horse said this. Here you have another Indian burial stone over here. Died on June 25th. Fighting for the Lakota tribe. So throughout this whole trail you see many of the soldiers who fought and died along with the Indians. Their gravestones. There's two more here. Doesn't have a name, just U.S. soldier. 7th Cavalry. They see they got out. Up there. There's many more down here fighting. Here's more on the path. On the, was it the 28th? The survivors had to come and...
Yeah, the survivors came and buried them.
And marked them? And marked their areas?
With a stick.
There's a lot of soldiers off of this path here. Right, more so than what's on the hill. And at what point, maybe they put all the bodies in one area?
It was in 1881.
So 5 years later.
Daddy, did we go stop?
No.
Right up here.
They erected the marble memorial up there, and the remains of the soldiers and attached personnel that were buried out here on the field were collected and put in a mass grave at the base of that memorial.
Yeah, so up top.
Yep. They're all there. And then in 1890 is when they erected all these marble stones to mark where they originally were.
They have more sites along the way here of the path. Come up, you got a couple on this side. Okay, so out past the trees is what?
That's where the Indian encampment was. Says immense camps of Lakota, Sioux, and Cheyenne under the political and spiritual leadership of Sitting Bull. Estimated it was 6,000 to 8,000 men, women, and children, 1,500 to 2,000 of which were warriors.
So that's why maybe you see so many bodies here, because they were going in and then they just started coming up, going up to the hill.
And I read on one of the walls in the memorial up there that Custer and his men started to go down to the river and saw all the Indians coming, and they fled back up there.
They fled back.
So I would say these ones that are killed here didn't make it back up.
Custer, the man who said he'd never attack the Cheyenne
Yep, the ones,
Indians.
Yep, the one who said he wouldn't do it again after one battle. He would never do it again.
And the one that I don't understand, and we haven't toured yet, is I don't see a lot of the stones for the Indians.
I've only seen a few here and there, and maybe there's more further down
throughout.
or something.
I am a
right?
wild blood. I am not Indian, but it's still just, you'd think we'd remember both sides. I mean, originally this was called the grounds of General Custer, and they changed it to Little Bighorn to help
honor
the Indian nations, with it and bring us all together as one. Okay, so here's where I believe the action started. We'll get down here and we'll see the mile marker. We'll see what it says, but you can see this is where they were setting up until they saw all the Indians coming at them. I think the trail ends here. This is mile marker 6 here. You got one right on the trail. They put it. That's unique. So here's where it all started. This was the deep ravine right here, but this is where Crazy Horse came to. There were over 40 soldiers broke out, but 28 soldiers were found here. And it says with the Indians, the families took their bodies back. So maybe that's why there's no plots here, of it, because their families went and got their bodies. But here's where it all started with the stance off. And then it worked its way up to the hill. Hey baby, should we call this a hike too?
Yes, we should, because it's uphill.
It's uphill, going up the mountain. We went down, now I gotta go all the way up. We almost made it. Hiking with the Wild Bloods. Hey guys, so as you come over here, there is a tour that you can do. It's like a 6-mile ride, but one thing that Deborah brought up was this is how it looked 150 years ago. So I mean, you're seeing exactly the same thing they saw. But if you look out, you can see more of the tombstones of the U.S. soldiers. And there's a lot down there. This is where...
This is all the ones that were trying to flee and join what was left of Custer's commands. They were all trying to run. And they got... This is
and
where
Crazy Horse came and got them.
Crazy Horse and White Bull.
Yep. Got them. But the stand in here, and there is a little trail. I mean, you could go down. We're not going to, but you could go down to them to see them all. But you look all around. There's some way out. On the other side, there's a couple Indian ones, but not much. I mean, they went after them as they were retreating. Okay, on this side, if you look out, you can see a couple of the Indian tombstones. But this is the side that the Indians were on. And this is the side that the U.S. soldiers were on, and they came up here, and this is where they fought through the street and everything. On it, where Crazy Horse took over.
Yep.
So you have more soldiers buried out here, a lot across the highway they were going to. There's more. And this one is known as the Lame White Man Charge. With Sergeant Finley, he was the first dead soldier that was found. Is this part of the cavalry here? Look at these horses just sitting right along the road. Beautiful. That's what you get to see in Montana, not Wyoming. They just come out of nowhere. Okay. Okay, baby, so where was Custer? and his team at?
You look over there, you'll see a little
dip.
in the mountains. So he
To
was
the left,
yeah, he was to the left of that,
Bam.
and so they could see
And they saw that there were Indians down here.
all the Indians that were down
So they saw evidence. And then what he did was he split his unit up. He had what, 600 something?
there. Yeah, and he split them up into 4 groups.
So Reno's Valley fight was out here near the river on the left, and then the Indian tribe came from the right.
Yeah, so they crossed over the river and got in this valley, and then they could see how many Indians were there, and so since they formed a skirmish line across the valley floor, and started firing at the Indians, and all the Indians to defend their village. So they had a big battle right there.
And the problem with Custer broke up his men.
Yeah, he never should have split them up.
Let's see what this one's over here. Yeah. Reno's retreat. Abandons the timber barriers retreat.
Yeah, it looks like warriors still kept coming after him, killing more than 30
Yep.
soldiers.
And no
Indian
Indian
casualties
casualties,
are
none
few.
hardly, yep. Wow.
And they chased him back across the river and up the bluffs.
They can see where the Indians were all staying, where all the trees are, and it's right next to the water. So it's perfect for them and their families. As Custer and them come in.
When the Indians heard that there were more Indians downstream, they abandoned who was left here and went down to challenge the new threat to their village.
This is where the U.S. troops occupied until being taken over. Okay, baby, so what's your observation of Little Bighorn?
My observation? I know, like back there, that river, that's where Reno retreated from the Indians after fighting and realizing he was outnumbered. And he was like, oh crap, gotta get out of here. He crossed that river and they were chasing
But
him.
what do you think about the whole thing?
What do I?
Who's in the wrong?
Oh, we were definitely wrong.
They were just
So-
enjoying their life.
Yeah, they just wanted to live their life. I mean, they didn't go causing problems for people.
And just like the sign says, they didn't go looking for it.
No,
They were protecting their families from the
and
U.S. soldiers.
They didn't go crossing oceans to go take over England or anything from anybody. They were happy living their life, doing their thing.
And look how peaceful. Look where they were living. I mean,
It
it's
is
just
beautiful.
beautiful that they had. And it's Custer and them that were sitting way out there and noticed it and wanted to take over.
Yeah, I know it's not the first battle between the armies and the Indians, but the whole thing is just wrong.
Yep. But the cool thing I liked about the Indians is everywhere they fought was not around their families. They went out
They
protect
wanted
them.
to protect.
Yeah, so they never got in to where they lived and everything. And there's not all the burial sites out here because, for one, they didn't lose too much.
No, they lost very few.
And the ones that they did lose, their families came back and took them and gave them proper burials.
Yep, they didn't just leave them out here.
Yep. So, but beautiful area out here. I mean, geez. I mean, you saw the horses, all the stuff. But that is Little Bighorn. Okay guys, we're in Montana. We're at a state park, Lost Creek State Park, and we're getting ready to go on a trail. We're getting ready to go on Lost Creek Trailhead. We're gonna see if we can find any moose or anything out there today. So got the whole family here. It's gonna be a good day. We'll see what we got coming up. Okay guys, here's before we get started. Look around here. How beautiful it is. There's my 3 troublemakers. Wow, can you hear that? Can you see it? That is awesome. What do you think, girls? Huh?
What do you mean, girl?
Wow, feels so great out here. That's why you do the outdoors, guys. This is it right here. Look at that. Woo, Montana. Awesome. The story of 3 lost girls in Montana, but the one, she has the rock. The ultimate, the rock. Can I have the rock? She gave me the baby rock. No! The struggles fighting through the jungle of the chair that we have no idea where it leads us to. Maybe it goes to the top of the falls, or it leads us right to where we were. Sarah going up the waterfall. Keep going. Step across. Keep going. Our little hikers that we have out here. You're doing it, Sarah Bear. Keep going, you're great. Are you going? Go ahead. We got Leah's coming. I'll be up there in a sec. He's taking a different route. See, that's what trails are about. Different routes for different people. Not supposed to step in the water. See if Daddy gets there. Let me see you. Chi-Chi! Living the dream right here. Woo! Awesome camp today. Awesome hike. Look down. The wife doesn't want to go. She's a little further away. So we got my little one here. We got Sarah Bear. We got the falls. Doesn't get much prettier. So Deborah, did you enjoy our hiking experience today?
Beginning, yes. The end, no.
How about the waterfall with me and the girls?
No.
No? We
Not at
got
all.
way up there today. Deborah's a little scared of that stuff. And then I almost fell with one of the daughters in my hand. I don't know if we got that on video or not. We will find out. But a lot of horseflies out here. And Deborah loves horseflies, right? Look
Can we
at that
go
look.
now?
You can't see her eyes through the glasses. Hold on. Look at that look there, huh? That's what I get there. That's good. That's love is what that is. We are out.